What's up YouTube, it's Louis here, hope you're well. Today we're looking at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. At first we can see that we did actually get rejected off that 12 weekly EMA, which is something that we spoke of last week. And yeah, this is a shooting star which we spoke of rejecting this previous 5-month support now as resistance, which is what we were anticipating ever since this weekly candle over here. But also in today's update we'll be looking at the daily time frame. And for this last month, since November, since wicking down to here and holding its support, we've been calling that we're going to pump up into this key resistance, but we're believing that it's just a bull trap. That's what we've been putting in almost every single update since November, that we're believing any push up is corrective, as we're finding it easier to come down, and we're correctively coming up. As you can see, we wick down to here. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4th day you were down here. In one day you came up to 18.1k and retested this as resistance within one day, and you returned eventually down to the bottom, which means you should actually lose this, but you didn't, which is a good situation for the bulls in the very short term. It means now we're going to start this journey towards the golden pocket, but again, this is a key resistance. This is also lining up with our 5-month support now as resistance. So when we're seeing wick rejections at any moment, that's going to be the signs of weakness, and that's going to be our sell signal for any shorts or any people that haven't sold their cryptos yet, because that right there is the killer signal. Okay, we're now using this as our ceiling. The expectation is when we go into this is an area of supply. We should dump from here and head back to this area of demand. So you're trapped between 15.7, 16.2, that's your support. And this is your resistance, this 1k range, 17.6 to 18.6k, with the 618 a little bit higher at 19k. Remember, as we were coming up, I told you we could even come up to 20k. It's not good enough. You need to break above the FTX capitulation, take out this range high over here. This is still not enough, guys. You need to come up and break the 2021 support from back over here. This was the lowest point of 2021, 27.7k, and the second lowest point of 2021 back in summer 2021, 28.8k. So until we're above that, things are not looking good for the long term. Not long term, it's all right. I mean, in the short term, guys. In the short term. So if we're not above that in the short term, it's looking like, yeah, we're going to continue lower. The expectation is to continue lower, and yeah, because we're in this downtrend. And so when we do make a lower low like this, we're not expecting it to be the bottom. This is your short-term bottom. I'll show you how. We talk about the fibs a lot on this channel, and there's a few other ways of using them. I'm going to measure from this low to this high, because we've now wiped out this low by going lower right there. So that was the 1 fib level, can you see right there? So once you break through that, your targets are over here. And that's why we have lines around them. So this will be your short-term local bottom. And so this is going to give you an opportunity to now break above this 1 fib level, 17.5, actually flip it into support. So you can see here we didn't actually do that. We used it as resistance, and we're coming back down to the range lows. So this is a bearish signal. It means that we should go lower. If we're seeing some reversal candlesticks over here, we could go up in the short term. But again, it could be another dead cat bounce scenario where we go lower like this. Could run into the resistance again and still go low. We just need to see it play out, but the expectation is that we eventually come back to these lows. We'll zoom into this a bit more, because I do believe that maybe in the short term we could come up a little bit to come down again. We'll go into this in a few more minutes, but back to the fibs over here. The 1.272 will serve as a local bottom, and you want to break above the 1 fib level. Guys, if you're appreciating this video so far, please do like, subscribe and comment. Turn the notification bell on. Make sure it's actually notifying you through and that it's allowing, make sure that you're allowing your notifications through your phone settings as well, because it says that some people are actually not getting the notifications even though they have them on actually on YouTube. So yeah, make sure they're on your settings as well. And yeah, we'll continue with this video. So here the 1.272 will serve as a local bottom. If you can flip this into support over here, something like this, and break above the golden pocket, the next layer of defense will be 20 to 21k. You need to take that out, which is interesting, because we've been saying we need to take out the FTX capitulation where it began right there, and this got Fibonacci. When we're coming up over here, you're meant to find support on this golden pocket over here. So you're meant to hold it to go up, right? And of course we lost it, we flipped it into resistance and continued lower. So we need to reclaim that level over here to go up. understand? And that's also the FTX capitulation, so the top of it. So that's why I've been telling you guys that the fibs here have just reiterated that point. I didn't need the fibs to tell me that. Yeah, it's just clear. You've made a lower low, right? We've got these targets over here. The expectation is, as long as we're below this big red box, we're going to come down to this 15k. That will be a short-term support as well, but with 16k as resistance, and of course this area is resistance. But yeah, the expectations come to 15 and 14k. The 1618 will serve as a short-term bottom again, where it could become long-term if we get through the 1 fib level. So that will be its target essentially. Once you bounce off here, so let's say it does something like this, you come down to here, it's going to try and actually reclaim the 1 fib level and turn this back into support to head up again like that. But it might not be the case. You still can get rejected off the 1 fib level. You might not even get up there because this is serving as a local bottom. It would make sense you just come up into this area between here, and this will act as an area of supply, and you could fall lower to these targets down at about anywhere between 10.5 to 12k. And we need to see the reactions from there, because yeah, we just got a strong downtrend. And again, once we do bottom, you need to accumulate anywhere between 5 to 9 months, and we were doing that right here, and everything started flipping bullish with the bullish cross. But of course FTX just at the right moment. Yeah, so annoying. But yeah, external factors, this is why we need to reevaluate the market. And with this lower low, I was always telling you guys, as soon as we bottomed out here in the short term, that we're just going to come up. It's going to be a bull trap. Wait for the weakness signals. It's going to be around 17.6, 18.6, and the expectations to continue lower. However, remember I said earlier, I need to zoom into this area over here, what's actually going on in and around today. So if we zoom in now, put on the fibs from this low, because that's the bottom, the lowest point, and then of course we've got a wick over here, so we know that's the top. And we can see this golden pocket. This is what's basically making us hover around here for the last 1, 2, 3, 4 days. We've been stuck in this consolidation period. So what should happen is, we've measured this push up, we've got this golden pocket here. What should happen is continuation up. So maybe in the very short term you might come up, but then it might not actually go up higher. You might fail and then continue lower through the golden pocket. What should happen here is continuation upwards. But yeah, when we're zooming out, we can't just look at just this. We need to zoom out. So we have a big push down, got a big push up. Now we're coming back down. This is holding us in the very short term. We might have a relief rally, but we've got the EMAs here keeping us in this downtrend, the 20 and the 55. Let's wait for the rejection of the 20 EMA. So what I would anticipate is, at some point this will be tested. You see, as we got above them all, came back under them all. That right there, there's so much in this signal. This is what I teach in the course. Again, if you want a discount on the course, if you want to get educated, it is currently discounted. So just private message me for a discount, whether that's the mentorship or the course. Just hit the link underneath this video on my head over to my Twitter with the link underneath this video. There's also a review of someone who joined in the last week and has already got comfortable with the strategies that I teach in the course and the mentorship. And yeah, he's already pulled out over 23% out of the market within 1 week. So that's amazing. I think it was on Quant as well. So very nice to see. And yeah, continuing here in the short term, or at some point, I'm expecting a rejection from this. I'm actually going to turn on the 12 just to see what that's saying. Yeah, so that's just formed a bearish cross with the 12 and the 20. So what we need to see is rejections off those. Currently, we had a doji off of the 236 and the 050 fib, so it's stuck between support and resistance. This is showing us that it's starting to roll over. So without a close below this wick, there's no guarantee we continue lower, because again, this is support at the moment. But the expectation, even if we pump, you get hammered back down. We could just go down from here, wait for a daily close below the 618. A daily close below 16,526 would mean we're coming back down to towards 16 to 16.2k. But yeah, a failure to close below this, it means it's support, so that tomorrow we should go up. But yeah, that it would be a bull trap eventually, because we got the 20 EMA and the 55, as this move over here was a fake out, especially with that wicks to the top. So yeah, the expectation is eventually we're going to continue lower, but this is a big area of demand, so it could bring us a big pump up, we'll just use the fibs again. It's going to say the golden pockets around there, and then continue lower or reverse a wave up. And then we'll check that out as the days go by. Thank you guys so much. Like, subscribe, and comment, and peace.